Hello and welcome everybody to a new video tutorial by Anna von Lucy Paper Crafts. Today I want to show you how to make a really neat gift card box featuring the Inked Botanicals suite, this one, that we have in our annual catalog. You will find this on pages 94 and 95. And so I made this little box and it actually looks very complicated. It opens up like this. It has this really cute scallop border, and then, oops, I'm actually missing something. Hold on. Something goes on the inside. The box has this neat little holder that if you want to, you can put adhesive here and glue that down, but it fits right into it, so it holds a gift card. Or, you know, you can make a note card of that size, whatever you want, or you can put your gift card in and then make a little fitting note card for here as well. And yeah, so how did I make these? Well, I just put them together, and it actually is much easier than you might think. We have these really cool scallop boxes actually in our annual catalog. You find those on page 126. Let me show you real quick. So they come in a package of, let's see, so scallop gift card boxes. They're food safe, which is great, so you could also put in a little treat. And so you get a package of 10. And let's see, and they're only $7, so it's actually a really nice package that you get there. So anyways, let me show you how I decorated though, because that's the nice thing about a quick and easy treat box is, you know, if you have the box already cut for you, then it's nice and easy to assemble it. So let me just show you. I'll bring in my little kit here. So this is the box itself. That's how you get it. And it has a shiny side, well, a little bit of a smoother side. And then you have the outside. And you could stamp on this, use your you know, your sponge daubers, your blending brushes, whatever you want to color these as well, or your stem and spritzer. I'll be honest with you, I'm never really, I haven't figured out how do you get an even coloring with the spritzers, but anyways. So, and you see you already have all the score lines, everything is punched out for you, so we'll just go ahead and fold all these tabs on the sides. And don't worry about burnishing. That's the only one I would go ahead and use my bone folder on. Everything else, because depending on, oops, you may want to make sure that your bone folder is clean. Everything else is folding nicely on its own. So now that you fold all of these, it gets a little bit, I don't want to say tricky, but you know, after one or two boxes, you get the hang of it. Now, what I like to do is actually tuck this one in first, just to kind of have a little less mess to deal with. And then you fold these in, make sure these are in, because all we're going to do is now hold this together. I hope you can see. Let me fold this back. So, because what we're going to do is, like we tucked this one in here, we're going to tuck this over the flap, so you don't need to use glue. You can if you want to make it an indestructible box, but so, and you see it has this little slot, so that's where it kind of clicks in, and that's why I like to use the bone folder as well, to just really make sure those little corners are tucked all the way in. And then we'll repeat this on the other side. There we go, just tuck, and kind of trying to do it so you can see. Just making sure, just be gentle. You don't want to tear your box. They're nice and sturdy, but nevertheless. And so now this is why I said use a bone folder on this one, depending on how you want to close your box. I would recommend for storing. So if you make up a bunch of these and you want to, you know, put them aside for whenever you need them, I would just go ahead and tuck them in for storage. Now later on, what you could do is, of course, you can put a ribbon around it. Or you could just, as you can see, actually, if you fold it nicely, it tucks it, well, so, but if you give it a little bit of a push there, then it actually holds well. So, but you could also hide a little glue dot under there if you wanted to, so it stays shut when you're actually gifting it to somebody. So, and then the other piece you get is this one. Oops. And it also has a fold here. Like I said, if you wanted to, you could glue this down here to the side, or you could just leave it in like that so it's kind of propped up, and just pop your gift card into these little openings there. So I'm going to put that in there so I'm not missing it for later. Now, how did I decorate my box here? So this is what I have. I have some petal pink ribbon. This is from the Zany Zoo Crew suite. Actually, it comes in a combo, petal pink and lemon lime twist. And then I have a basic white circle, a petal pink die cut label or frame, whatever you want to call it. And then I have some Calypso Coral in 2 11/16 by 4 1/16. So I can take that off now that I told you. Now, what I did here was actually for these two pieces, I used our Radiating Stitches dies. These are really cool. Now, these are not in the online catalog. These are online exclusives. So when you go to stampinup.com, just check under online exclusives, or just put in the search bar Radiating or stitches, then they should come up. So, and there's no telling how long we're going to have them. They might, you know, if they sell out, they might come back. We never know. But you'll see these actually used in samples throughout the annual catalog. So I'm kind of hoping they're going to stick around for a little while. So, but these are really cool frames. I mean, the big one is really, you can use that for a whole card front. But anyways, I really like the size of these labels. So I die cut one of those, and that's what we're going to be stamping on. And I forgot. Oh gosh, this is an awful piece, but so forgive me. I need some scrap paper. So let's get this out of the side for a second. I know I'm going to get ink all over stuff. So I have my Calypso Coral Ink Pad, and I have my big flower from the Inked and Tiled stamp set. And let's see here if I can get that on somewhat straight and right in the middle of it. Right there we go. And then just getting that out of the way, just know myself. And then the other part we're going to stamp is the circle and the happy birthday. That's also in the Inked and Tiled set. The thank you, that's what I did on this card, so you can make it a thank you gift, or, you know, any kind of sentiment you like. So let's see if I can get that in there somewhat okay. Wish me luck. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a tight fit, but it does fit. So let me close this. We don't need ink anymore, so let's get that out of the way. And let's get that out of the way. And then I have that piece of Calypso Coral because I wanted a little bit of pop of color. That's why that measurement is kind of odd, you know, 2 11/16 by 4 1/16. But I really liked how it's, you know, adding a little bit of pop to the box. So anyways, let's glue that down. I'm going to use my tumble here, if it's willing. There we go. Just want to make sure that it's staying on there. All right. So really just a neat little extra border. Okay. Just in case my Calypso Coral hasn't dried all the way yet. It was pretty juicy. So just kind of pushing down on that. And since this is actual colored cardstock and not our basic wide, our ink dries really nice and fast on the basic wide, but on the colored cardstock it takes a second longer. All right, so and then we can go ahead and no, I'm going to leave that open, and then I'll just close. There we go. just a good amount of glue, and then just placing it right on top. Oh, you see it's not an exact match for the lid, but I'd say we're pretty close. Oh, that was too far. The downside to having some wiggle room with your adhesive, maybe you wiggle it too far. All right, but that looks good. So, and you can now maybe push a little bit on the inside. That's all it needs. So now for, like I said, I prefer to tuck it in for storage, using it later. Also making sure that way my nice scallop border doesn't get, you know, any unwanted dents on it or something. All right, so now we have our happy birthday, and I will put a little bit Stampin' Seal Plus here on the back. I just prefer this for any kind of ribbon that I glue down. So let's see here. Now I like to pre-layer that about the size that I want. I cut, this is about 9 inches or so. I cut it a little bit longer just to have a little bit of wiggle room. So upside down, and was that the way I wanted it to go? Oh, we'll find out here in a second. I could still adjust it a little bit. Yeah, you see, I wanted it to go the other way. So, well, there you go. So this way, actually. Yep, there we go. And I want those a little bit smaller, so I'm going to adjust it a little bit. Yeah, I cut this way too long, so probably like 8 inches would work too. Oh gosh, why am I having such a hard time right now with this? You know why? Because I'm on camera. Alrighty, and it's so hot. We have some heat warning going on for today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some mini glue dots. Let's see, I'm going to need them there just to glue that down. Let's see if that's what I'm happy with. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, let's get these out of the way, and then I'm going to pop this up with some dimensionals. I'm also going to keep my ribbon in place. All right, and then we're just going to, yeah. Let's see, and up to you how high you want it there, but all right, don't overthink it, right? Okay, so there we go. But now I want to trim this. That's way too long for my taste. So like that, and like that. All right, and then I used our rustic metallic dots on here, and as you can see, I've already used up all of my small ones, like all of them. Come on, get it. So I'm gonna, oops, yeah, I'm gonna be using some larger ones. Let's see here. So one goes there, and I want to use my pick tool. It's going to be easier. So that one came right off, and we're going to be putting one here and one, let's see, one up here. All right, so 1, 2, 3. That's how I like to decorate my cards. So let me just get all of this out of the way. All right, so there you go. And of course you could decorate the inside of these as well, you know, with your gift card. You could you could stamp another message in here. You could cut the inside for this, and that would be roughly, let me think, 4 by 2 3/4 or 2 3/4 by 4-ish to make that fit in there. You know, designer series paper, embossed cardstock would look really cool, and then put your gift card on top. And of course, you could also do this, you know, sideways. So, but I kind of liked, I just love this flower, the way it looks. So I really wanted to use it with the box. I shared some cards earlier this week, and I will link the tutorial for that up here in the top right corner. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's project. And oh, I forgot, I can actually show you the second one. So here's the my first birthday one that I made. So in Pool Party in Lost Lagoon, just used Lost Lagoon ink pad to do the same thing as on this one, just stamping the flower and my sentiment, and then used a Lost Lagoon ribbon to put on there. So, and that's where my gift card was actually. So yeah. If you have any questions, just, you know, leave me a comment below the video. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I see you next time. Bye bye and happy stamping. Bye.